defensive line for Texas Tech? What do you think?
They're pretty good, really good. Those guys, they got girth inside. They're strong, wide, two-gap bodies. And those guys off the edge can really disrupt a passing game. They're long, they're athletic. Those four are the best we've seen, not even close. And I think the three behind them make them go. Those three guys, I got a ton of respect for those guys, for Ben and Jacob and Ben Roberts, and then John, number 6, the Sam. Those guys can play football, man. They're smart. They're athletic. You see them make all the checks. They turn around the secondary. They turn, to the D-line. And, this D coordinator and this defensive staff have done a really good job. The scheme is very, very good. They're very, very sound. I don't know. I'm sure they are, but they're hardly ever out of position. And then they freaking run to the football. You see the technique. I could go on and on. You see them punching out the ball. That's coached. They're strained. It's really good coaching, and they do a really good job. And this will be the best defense we've seen.
How much do you find yourself juggling around looking for answers, how to work against what they're putting out there?
Just like every week, you're looking for the right answer. You're looking for, is it a scheme? Is it an angle? Is it a matchup? Personnel? All of those things, but no different than any other week. I just think you're a lot more conscious of some guys that can disrupt your game real quick because they got them.
When you have targeted Jace downfield this season, it's usually led to big plays. As offensive coordinator, are you tempted to go to that well more, or do you have to kind of temper when and where you can take those shots?
No, I mean, that's what he does well. He does it really well, and he can get out and run, and he makes good decisions, and he's becoming more and more of a competitive catch guy. I don't know if I'd have said that last year, which I think helps I think his quarterback is throwing the ball better down the field than he was last year. I know that. And Avery has improved. That was a big thing in the offseason, and it's come to fruition this year. So not just with Jace, but with other guys. And so I think the down the field passing game has been good. And I don't think you can go to the well too much, more, whatever. No different than getting the ball to Oakley or JB or Tibbs or any of those guys.
Avery said you kind of told him before the shot in the third quarter there that was going to be open. What did you see heading into that play?
It was just a little bit more of kind of having a hunch in P&10 and what the guy was giving us, and he was kind of, he's changing up, and it was a Rolodex a little bit, and then I was not really taking a gamble, but I was taking a guess that we may get that coverage.
Makes Bailey special, just individually on that defense.
Speed, athleticism. You see different moves. Doesn't have the same move. Sets moves up. Really good.
Coaching against Tech for the first time, any lingering emotions or personal feelings about this one?
Oh, yeah, there is, but that's 4 years ago. It's that was a chapter in our life, and it was good, unless you live by a scoreboard, and I'm not going to live by a scoreboard, or a final result, or the final, outcome, if you will. Was it hard? Yeah. Were there good times? Yeah, there really was. There's great people there. I know the state of the program. And those that know. I know the state of the program when we walked in there, where it was and where it wasn't. And I also know when we walked out where it was. And we're proud of that. Yeah, I mean, from recruiting to the development to the discipline and the things that I think that was instilled there, 2019 was a tough year, and then right through COVID. No, I'm proud of that time, and it was good. It was great for my family. I got a daughter that graduated from there, and both girls graduated high school. It was awesome for Wyatt, and travel ball and everything. So, there's emotions because you live there. You got friends there. Still in stinking group texts with guys, neighborhood guys and golfing buddies and those kind of guys. But so I just think to say that there's not a human element, no. I mean, you're not living, man. But I'm not defined by that either.
How do you look at that program now, just knowing the investment they've put into that thing?
They have put a tremendous investment. Multiple people have done that, and you saw it. You saw it coming. At least I did on the way out, and it's awesome. The stadium's awesome. The investment that they've done there, the team that they've put together, they've done a really good job.
How hard is it going to be running the ball against this defense?
Yeah, tough, because those two dudes inside and those three linebackers, not to mention the edges. But yeah, don't look at the stats and look at the other 8 teams that have rushed the ball against them. Not very good. But we're gonna find a way. We got to find a way. You can't throw it every down, and you can't sit back there and let those guys know exactly where you're at. But it's a challenge. It is a major challenge to find. Whether it's personnel or it's scheme or it's angle, same thing I mentioned earlier. It's a major challenge that I'm looking forward to our guys. Our guys are ready for that challenge, and our O-line, our tight ends, they know they got a big challenge in that regard.
Did you recruit Morton?
Who?
The quarterback on the other side?
Baron Morton?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Have you stayed in contact with him, and just what have you made of his career?
I'm so proud of Baron. Yeah, I recruited him for 2 years. From his junior year was my first year there, and we signed him, and I'm proud of him. Dude's tough. He is a tough dude, man. He's West Texas tough. Grew up in Lubbock until junior high, middle school, junior high, and then moved to Eastland. Dad's high school coach, great people. Family's awesome, but he can spin it. He can. I see him moving DBs, and I see him. I haven't watched him this week. I got enough stuff to watch this week. We get him on trade tape, right? So I've seen him throughout the fall. This fall, the dude can manipulate safeties, corners. He's tough. You can tell I like him, and I'm proud of him.
Thinking back to the first bye week before you guys got things turned around, was there anything you wanted to simplify or really hammer home to your offense that we need to start doing?
Yeah. So again, recapping those bye weeks, they've been different. That first bye week was all about us. We did nothing on Central Florida. It was all us internally. As far as coaches, it was grab the good, fix the fixable, throw stuff out. And we tried to tighten things down in the run game and what we do well, and then in the passing game, and then what individual receivers do well, and put all that together. And then, it was very, very physical. It was a very, very physical bye week. And we worked on fundamentals and improvement and all of that. The second bye week, we needed to get a little healthier. So we were a little beat up after that stretch, and there was a little bit more developmental work. And then it was individual related and group related, I should say, position related on offense. Hey, this is what the guards and the centers need to get better at. One thing, we worked it for 3 straight days in individual, and then tackles and tight ends, and we worked it for 3 straight days. Quarterback, Avery had one thing. Same thing with all with the other positions. So that was the difference in the 2 bye weeks for us.
Time for one more, if anything.
Is what Tech's doing in terms of their funding, is that good for college football or just the process we're in? I mean,
I
now
think
we have
it's
a Big 12 team that's kind of funded like the SEC.
I think it's the day and age that we're in, and they have absolutely funded it very well. And I think that they evaluate good, and I think they funded it well, and they've got a product, and they got guys that want to play with each other, and it was impressive to see.